You have to understand that right now, my entire brain, and this brings me back to 2012 when I was obsessed with lifting. And as a result of the attributes and sacrifices made to maximize progress in one realm, it bled over into so many other decisions. It was like that obsession around lifting. This is months, within a month after I quit my accounting job, I was like, okay, I need to continue to make money, but online poker is illegal in the US. Like, I'm moving to Canada. And I just on a whim, like, moved to Canada. Like, was playing poker there for a few months. Then I was like, all right, I got to get my website up and running to look like JC Deans. Like, got that up and running. I fully attribute this behavior to the lessons that I learned through intense strength training. And so that's what I'm completely wrapped up in. There was where did I hear it? On my buddy Danny Miranda's podcast. Someone, forget the guy's name right now, but and I'm sorry because I'd like to give him credit. But he said something. They were talking about obsession, and he was talking about how to identify what you're obsessed with, and along the lines of like, what makes you forget to go to the bathroom? What makes you, like, when you're staying up late at night and working on something and it's like past midnight and you're still working on it, like, what's that thing? And none of this really resonated because I don't have a thing like that right now. And I don't even know if I ever have. Like, it's almost like sleep is the thing. But my focus on my own fitness right now is that thing. It reminds me of Tim Ferriss actually said, someone's like, how do you find your passion? And he said, I'm pretty sure it was Tim Ferriss, said, what feels, or actually it might have been James Clear, what feels like play to you that is work to everybody else? And so
interesting.
I am fully on the lean, clean bulk, like all that's occupying my mind, sleeping 9 hours a night, like eating nutritious, drinking a lot of water, feeling really good. Jord, is there anything better on earth than linear periodization, than just slapping 10 more pounds on it week over week over week? And it just
That's why people get obsessed with strength training. Yeah, it's just the best.
Yeah. And it feels lighter the next week, but it's 10 pounds heavier. Which
and that's why
it's a very short window that it lasts. And, you know,
that's why people quit strength training. And it stops.
Full circle. Don't quit.
Yeah.
People quit too early in anything, in lifting. So that's what I was thinking.
Soak it up while you get those linear gains. And then once those linear gains stop, keep going.
Exactly. And you might be thinking, like, Mike, how are you making linear progress right now at this stage in your training career? I think that probably speaks to the quality of my training prior to this window, as well as the fact that I wasn't putting in this attention into recovery. I was eating at maintenance or a slight deficit. I wasn't in a surplus. Like, all of these factors make it easier to build strength and muscle.
I also think you've been so much more intense and deliberate with your, not just like your actual training, but your approach to training. Like talking about powerlifting periodization models, like trying different repetition methods. Like you've been much more deliberate with your focus on training, which, you know, if you just go in and you go through the motions, that's sort of like doing maintenance style nutrition. It's not bad, but you're not going to make tremendous progress. But when you're like, hey, I'm going to go hard on this for the next 12, 16, 20 plus weeks, of course, you're going to make linear gains because you're actually going to push yourself.
Yeah, that's a great point. And it's fun. It's like,
it's super fun.
Yeah. Would you say that your current obsession in life outside of your daughter is jujitsu?
100%. Jujitsu and cardio. But cardio only because of jujitsu and because of heart health. I'm going to show you another picture right now. Check this out. I just took this before we got on the pod, video pods. People love this. Blood pressure from today, 109/70.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So between blood pressure and just jujitsu performance, that's why I'm obsessed and super passionate with my cardio. Alex Viata is more obsessed with my cardio than I am in terms of that guy is putting me through some truly hellish workouts, and he is obsessed with me trying to really get an insane mile time, which frankly I hate. Like, I hate doing mile times. He has me doing these things called pace extensions right now, which is basically where I'll do like 0.15 miles at like every sprint is at the same speed. So the other day I did 10.3, so 0.15 miles at 10.3 on the treadmill.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did a 0.15 mile rest, but the rest was still jogging. And then I went
like 6.5 or something.
Fuck, no way. It's be way too hard. It was like he had it at 5, but I actually lowered it to 3 because I was like, I'm just gonna walk right now because it was a lot. So I did a half mile warm up, 0.15 miles at 10.3, then 0.15 miles at 3, then I did 0.2 miles at 10.3. And then 0.15 miles at 3. And then I did 0.25 miles at 10.3, and then 0.15 at 3. And then I did 0.3 miles at 10.3 and 0.15 at 3. And then 0.35 miles at 10.3 and 0.15 at 3. And then I go all the way back down again. So it's a total of like, I think it worked out to be almost 4 miles between the warm-ups and those sprints at like just insane sprint speeds, which, you know, maybe not insane for someone who's a legit runner, but for me, who's like my main thing is jujitsu, and then just sprinting is what I do to try and improve my performance. I hate those sprints. Like, it's awful. It's like I can't stand it. It's absolutely devastating for me, but I know for a fact I wouldn't do it if I didn't have jujitsu. Like if I didn't have jujitsu, I wouldn't have the wherewithal to push through that pain. Because I have another level of performance that I want to achieve, like, and I know this will help me with that, it's worth it for the pain. But like otherwise, it wouldn't be worth it for the pain. So I'm very well aware of like jujitsu is the passion right now.